What's going on, guys? Tyler Kirkwood here. So today is day 90 of semen retention. I made it 3 months. So it's definitely a good feeling. I'm very proud and happy about the accomplishment. The kind of ironic thing though is I thought I would be like more excited, and now I'm just like less impressed by the number, and I'm just like really more motivated and more adamant to get to my goal of 365 days. I wanted to talk a little bit about the first month, because the first month is by far the hardest, and I noticed that month two and month three were markedly easier. And I don't want to say like easy, but they were moderate compared to the difficulty of the first month. The first 30 days was so difficult. I mean, it was definitely like a 10 out of 10 difficulty level. So a question I got today was basically like, how do you deal with aggression and tension and negative thoughts? And basically, I feel like the majority of the aggression ceases after the first week. Supposedly, your testosterone peaks somewhere around the first week or something like that. I'm not sure if that's true. I personally believe that it's possible for your testosterone to increase a little bit slowly over time, but that's a common belief out there that it peaks after the first week. I noticed something similar to that. I had a lot of aggression the first week, and then it subsided. And pretty much the first 30 days was just a lot of really, really severe depression. And then, month two and month three, it's pretty much been alleviated. It's been replaced with a lot of feelings of happiness, a lot less anxiety, and a lot more determination, and just just a lot more motivation to actually accomplish things in life and kind of consistently do things. So I've been going to the gym quite a bit. The last time I went to the gym, I was significantly stronger, and I got like 135 pounds on the Smith machine bench press for 34 repetitions, which really surprised me, man. It was like my third set. I did like 20 reps, 30 reps, 34 reps, and then maybe another 20 reps. But the set where I got 34 reps, I was really surprised because I didn't expect to get that many reps. And I would attribute the increases in strength to semen retention. I'm also practicing veganism, and I started doing keto vegan, which is basically like having a lot of plant-based fats. And I feel like that has also really helped my testosterone, my hormone levels. And the reason for this is, I mean, it makes common sense if you think about it. And I was speaking to a family member about this. Basically, you have three types of fat: saturated fat, polyunsaturated fat, and monounsaturated fat. And most plant fats have mostly monounsaturated fat and polyunsaturated fat. Like an example of that would be olive oil. And most animal fats are saturated fats. So basically, the logic on this and the way I view this for it to have common sense is basically like, if you're going to consume something, you would want it to be monounsaturated or polyunsaturated because it's less likely to clog your arteries. There's a lot of controversy about that, I'm sure. But if you think about it from a common sense standpoint, like for example, would you rather have coconut oil in your body, like traveling through your bloodstream, or would you rather have olive oil? Consider for a second the consistency of coconut oil. Coconut oil, usually at room temperature, unless it's extremely hot, is basically solid. Okay, so would you rather have a solid going through your bloodstream and circulating all the nutrients throughout your body, or would you rather have something that's liquid at room temperature like olive oil? So basically, I think consuming the monounsaturated fat and the polyunsaturated fat, via a vegan diet and being keto, basically focusing on the heavy, a significant portion of your calories being from fat, is very, very advantageous. So I've noticed myself leaning down. I've noticed myself getting more muscular, and I would attribute this to that diet. I just wanted to speak on the diet a little bit because I feel like the diet is equally as impressive as far as the benefits go as semen retention. And I never would have got to this diet if I wouldn't have practiced semen retention. Once I started practicing semen retention, I basically found the motivation and did so much research on diet that I changed my diet, and I tried the veganism, and the veganism worked well. But I noticed when I started being a vegan, I was having a lot of soy and I was having vegetables, but I wasn't having much fat. So I basically completely flipped that around and had a significant amount of fat. And I noticed I had energy levels through the roof, and I was a lot less depressed. my skin's clearing up, I'm getting leaner, I just feel a lot overall healthier. So I feel like for me that's the optimal diet, and it's taken me a long time to get to this point. I've been studying diet probably ever since my mom passed away when I was 16. So excuse me, I'm 33 now, so I've been reading about diets on the internet for decades, and it's just like it's taken me a long time to get to this point. And a lot of the motivation to read and to educate yourself comes from semen retention, because if you're practicing semen retention, you're going to basically not be able to escape your problems, and you're going to have to face your problems head on. I talk about this in a lot of my other videos, and you're going to have to find solutions to fix those problems. It's actually a great thing that happens because you change your life. You change all these negative things that are happening in your life, and you flip them into positive things. So that's something that I'm incredibly grateful for about practicing semen retention, is that it's made me really, really hungry for knowledge. So I'm constantly reading, and occasionally I watch other people's videos, and I'm just constantly trying to learn about my reality, and I would attribute that 100% to semen retention. So anyway, that's pretty much it. Again, my long-term goal is to go 365 days. So I feel like I should be more excited. Like I'm really not. I thought I would be more excited getting to 90 days than what I am. Like really, I'm just like honestly, I feel a much longer time frame is necessary to actually be like 100% healthy. Since I've struggled with promiscuous behavior for some time in my life, and so with that said, basically, I feel like I won't really reach like a satisfaction level until I actually accomplish the goal of 365 days. So that's kind of where I'm at. The last 2 months have been much easier than the first 30 days. I would put the first 30 days difficulty level 10 out of 10. Maybe month 2 and month 3 difficulty level 5 out of 10. So there's a huge difference after the first 30 days. I just want to emphasize that for anyone out there that's considering trying it, and I would definitely, highly advise trying it. I'm so happy that I got into it. I'm so happy that I've went as far as I did. I don't really want to say streak, because I feel like when people say streak, they're kind of admitting that it's possible to fail, or they're kind of planning on failing. They're taking it, they're looking at it in a humorous way, like this is a streak. But in all reality, you should take this as seriously as humanly possible, because this is literally your life. I mean, if you're losing your life force, you're losing part of your life. Like in my opinion, it's like slow motion suicide, consistently losing your life force over and over, because you're losing the nutrients that build your body. You're losing the nutrients that you need to stay alive. And it takes a lot of time for the body basically to change the food that you eat into your diet, and process everything and assimilate everything, and actually have it to actually create semen. Basically, like I feel like it's a very long drawn out process that takes a long time. So if you're consistently losing your semen, I mean, you're basically dying slowly. And so I feel like there's a little bit of a misconception out there, as far as saying, oh, I'm on this streak, I'm on this many days, and kind of looking at it as in a humorous way. But anything, in all reality, I think you should look at it in the complete opposite way and take it 100% seriously. And I'm definitely, like, lately a strong believer in counting the days. I feel like the days keep you accountable. I'm very appreciative of YouTube, because when I upload a video, and for example I say day 90 in the title or whatever, then I can look back in a couple days, so I don't ever lose count of the days. And I feel like there's some people out there that think counting the days is not good, because it's basically that then inevitably you'll fail. But I actually have the opposite view, and I feel like counting the days is very, very useful. And for me, it's been very useful, and I'm going to continue to count the days, just because I find it very useful, and I think it keeps you accountable, and it's easier for me. It's easier to understand. Like if you have a set number of days that you can be like, well, I've gone this many days, then it's easier for you to understand. If you're kind of unsure of how many days, you don't want any kind of doubt in the equation whatsoever, because that's like a small um, piece of the puzzle that could lead to failure. So I feel like counting the days is actually incredibly useful. So I appreciate you guys checking out my channel. Please subscribe if you find these videos interesting. I would like to monetize the channel at some point in the future. It might be 5, 10 years at the rate my channel is going. Man, it just does not get very many views. I know this the whole semen retention, subject probably is very taboo for a lot of people, and I understand that. But hopefully I'll be able to branch out into fitness and bodybuilding and weightlifting videos. That's really where my passion is, but I really wanted to utilize the videos to kind of be like a stepping stone to get to those fitness videos, because it's something interesting that I've noticed in my videos. When I first started making videos, I was basically laying in bed, being pretty lazy, didn't have a whole lot of life in me. And I don't know if you guys have noticed, but some of my videos are outside. I'm walking around. What I'm saying. Like I just feel like significantly, almost like I'm just coming back to life. Like I was at the point where maybe I was close to a heart attack or something. Maybe I was close to dying, and I just feel like this whole thing has brought me back to life. So that's why I'm really excited and pumped to continue. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Thank you so much for checking out the video.